Hey everyone, Lucas here with your June 2025 Waukesha County Market Pulse. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or just want to stay informed, this is your quick and clear update on what's happening in your local market. Let's start with the big picture. Waukesha saw 439 closed sales in June, which is a massive increase of 25% year over year. Median sales price, that one $5,000, which is up 7% from 2024. So homes are selling fast, just 16 days on market on average, and sellers are getting about 102% of their asking price on average. So it's still very competitive on the seller's market side. Let's talk about why sellers are holding the advantage in this market. First, pricing power is real. The average sale to list price ratio, as mentioned, is at 102%, which means homes are still going for over asking in many cases, often with multiple offers in those first couple weekends on market. Second, it's an efficient market. Homes are being priced right, staged well, they're going to move fast, often in just 2 weeks or less, as mentioned above. And finally, limited contingencies. We're seeing buyers waive inspections, shorten timelines, and stay flexible on terms just to stay competitive in this market. So if you're thinking of selling, this environment still gives you a major edge, but it takes the right prep and pricing to make it count, unlike you might have been able to get away with 3 to 4 years ago. One stat we're watching closely this month, however, is pending sales. We saw just 101 homes go under contract, which is down nearly 28% from this time last year. It's a noticeable dip, and while the market overall is still strong, this could be one of the first signs of a potential shift. It may just be a seasonal slowdown, or it could be signs of early buyer fatigue, affordability concerns, or rate sensitivity. So we'll be watching this throughout July and August data closely to see if this becomes a trend or if it's just a temporary blip on the radar. For now, it's not a red flag, however, it is a yellow one that's worth watching, and we'll do so on this channel. Inventory, on the other hand, is starting to improve, but let's keep it in perspective. We had 510 new listings hit the market in June, bringing us up to a total of 761 active listings. While that might sound like some progress, it's just 1.7 months of inventory. So we're still a long way from that balanced market, which is generally looked at having about between 4 to 6 months of inventory. We're at 1.7, quite a while to go still. What that means is sellers still have the upper hand, but buyers have more choices than they do now than they did in 2023 and early 2024. With more supply, we may see price growth level off slightly, but that's unclear as of the moment. And in short, we're seeing signs of a shift towards balance, but we're not quite there yet. There's been a noticeable uptick in new development across Waukesha County as well, and that could shape housing supply in the months ahead. Winterberry Reserve has broken ground with luxury townhomes. UW-Milwaukee Waukesha campus is being eyed for residential conversion. New 228-unit apartment complex has been approved near the downtown area. Overall construction is up 12.8% from last year, but it's not all smooth sailing. Tariffs on materials like lumber and concrete are pushing those costs up, which is pressuring both builders and future buyers. So while more homes are coming, don't expect a big drop in prices yet, as rising building costs could keep new construction on the higher end of the market, leaving those homes that are being resold at a more competitive price entering the market. So let's wrap up with a look at the economic picture behind today's real estate trends. Mortgage rates are holding right around that 6.75%, elevated but stable compared to earlier volatility. Inflation is moderating with the consumer price index at 2.7%, and unemployment locally is at a low 3.2%. But housing affordability index sits at just 88.5, which means buyers, especially first-time buyers, are facing real challenges. Add to that, new tariffs are driving up construction costs, especially for lumber and concrete, which impacts the market right now, but it's definitely adding pressure, especially for buyers on a budget, specifically those first-time home buyers looking to enter the market. So here's where we stand. It is still firmly a seller's market, but early signs of shifting dynamics are emerging, which we'll keep our eye on over the next few months. For buyers, a slight boost in inventory and some softening in pending sales could open a window for smarter, more strategic purchases, which you often see on the buy side coming into the fall market as we enter towards the end of the summer now. And no matter what side of the transaction you're on, having a custom game plan has never been more important. If you want to know how these trends affect you and how to work your strategy and your game plan, depending on your motivation levels and your timeline, make sure to book a call with me via the description or via the link in the description below. We can chat strategy relevant to you and how to interpret this data to make it work in your favor. Until then, take care, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next market video.